Hey everybody, Glenn Kellaway here, live. Waiting for the party to start. Just trying to get my hope everybody's okay. My dog's barking at something. This should be fun. I wonder who's going to show up. Who is going to show up? Let's see. Let's get rid of that now. We're back. No one's here. So I am going to edit this. We're 5 minutes early. Gonna save that. And we're going to show it. Let's scroll. Wish Rich a happy birthday. And please subscribe to his channel. 2 comments here already. Jason's here. Hold on a sec, Steve. I'm going to throw you a link, buddy. Oh, paste. Send. You better have a shirt on. That's all I got to say. You're the first one here, Steve. Hope you brought your own booze. Happy birthday, Rich, Zach, Massey. Hey, Glenn. Brian, I think I just sent a link. Oh, you're there. Hey, buddy. Randy, I sent you a link, and there's a link above if you want to come on. Can you hear me okay, Brian?
I got you.
Good. Awesome. Wow, we're here before the special guest.
Yeah, where's the guest of honor?
I don't know.
He's breaking my heart.
Here's Steve, and he's dressed.
Steve is dressed.
Sam St. John and Rich. Oh, they're here too. Wow, look at this.
There we go.
5.
There we go.
I guess Randy, I don't know what.
Wow, we got a full house right away.
Problems with his internet. Maybe I'll find him somewhere. I don't know. Let's see if no one yet. Okay, look at this, Rich. Happy birthday. Belated birthday.
Nice. Thank you very much. Look at that hat you got on. That's pretty cool.
Darn right. We're partying. I'm going to blow this up later. That's grenades, actually, up there.
Oh, okay.
Steve is in prison somewhere.
Zach is wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you, Zach. How you doing?
Randy's wishing you a happy birthday. I don't know why he doesn't want to come on. Maybe his internet's screwed up again.
Internet issues like today, but he
Jason, the old millennial, is wishing you a happy birthday.
Wow. So where'd you get that hat, Glenn? Like the Flavor Flav gift shop?
How did you know? I got it on his website.
Yep, I figured it. Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. It got dropped off here on my birthday a couple of years ago or something, and I just yank it out every once in a while.
Very becoming.
Wow.
So what are you, Rich, then? Because are you 66?
66 as of yesterday, man. Double sixes.
All right.
Wow.
I caught you, Steve, right? For a day or two.
Yeah, I'll be 67 in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What day in June?
Happy birthday.
What day in June?
17th.
Oh, I'm 23rd.
Yeah, I was actually I was born on Father's Day, and so every once in a while it'll pop up on Father's Day, but I don't think it is this year.
That's
Mine's the same with Mother's Day, Steve.
You were born Mother's Day?
On May 14th, so every once in a while it pops into Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I was born on, I don't know when. No special day whatsoever.
Okay.
I was born a pauper to a pawn.
Yeah.
I might have been conceived on Steve's birthday, June, and then do the math, February the following year. Look out.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, I'll try not to think of that on my birthday.
Your parents had sex?
I think they had a happy Father's Day that year.
Wow,
Yeah, I think so.
that's crazy. Whose dog's barking?
That is my dog.
Okay, I'm gonna get my dog. You're gonna get my dog going here.
I'll bring my cat in. We'll have an animal fest.
Yeah, we'll eat your cat.
No.
Did you get to choose a special meal for your birthday?
Yeah, well, we went Italian. I had where the hell? I had veal with eggplant over angel hair,
Okay.
and we downed a cannoli for dessert.
There
Oh
you go.
man, I love
Very
cannolis.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Rich, from Jean Pepin.
Thank you, Jean Papin. How you doing?
Did you
Hey,
do
Glenn.
anything special?
This is
Hey,
it right
Glenn.
here.
Just eat, man.
Glenn, did you have that house, just that hat sitting around the house, or did you make it just for Rich?
Of course, I made it just for Rich.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's hanging. It's been hanging around. Hey everyone, happy birthday, Rich. Briar.
Hi, Briar. How you doing, man?
All your buddies are showing up, Rich.
Yeah,
Except for Randy. Oh, Randy's here.
great.
All the guys who are too young to drink.
That's true. Briar's in college. He's a young buck. He's like 20, 21.
Oh, okay. So he's probably partying his face
Yeah,
off.
Sam, thank you for showing up, man, because I got tired of being the youngest, dog in
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're just the youth and excitement, Brian.
I
Yeah.
know.
Because what you turned 30 this year, Sam? Is that what you said?
No, not
No.
yet. No,
Okay.
Don't shortchange me yet.
All right.
Hey, Asmund. How you doing? Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at this. We got
I always
14
lean on
people here
Asmund for
already.
some album advice. Get him to throw me some different bands to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
He goes deep on some stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
He got a good discography.
Briar doesn't drink.
Smart man. Neither do I, man.
I don't drink. I only drink when I'm alone or with someone.
That's it.
Other than that, I don't.
Yeah, right. Right.
Okay.
Every time I drink, I make a fool of myself, so I quit a long time ago.
Oh man, if I can't even the number of times I made a fool of myself when I was drinking. That was half the fun.
That might explain some of the Hall of Fame selections we've been getting, huh?
Oh, gosh.
What else? I can hear something else going in the background here.
He was getting voicemails for Rich's birthday.
Is that a CD radio? What's going on?
No, it's answering machine on my business line.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
Jeez, time for you to retire, buddy.
you know what? The problem is, I married a woman 5 years younger than me.
Oh,
So I have to wait till she's 65 for her to retire. So I'm just going to work till I'm 70. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah.
that's right. Zach's Zach's a February guy too. 8 days ago.
Zach, I've been able to drink
wow.
for one Beatle week. My 21st was 8 days ago. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
Congratulations, Zach.
I want to say, Steve and Sam, you're inspiring me to do a Beatles ranking again after watching your videos. So
Me,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about it too.
I'm going to update mine. I did mine over 2 years ago, and I'll just see how close it parallels what I did then.
Well, one of my loyal followers has a lot more time on their hands than I do, and they went back and rewatched my video and gave me the ranking that I did originally in my comments, and were kind of like saying, this matches up and this. I'm like, okay, sorry.
So you're talking about songs or albums?
Albums.
I
did the
thought it was
album.
I thought it was one
Yeah.
of the worst Beatle rankings I've ever seen.
I appreciate that.
Rubber Soul was like in last place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have Sgt. Pepper in my top 5.
There you go.
It did not make my top 5 either.
It would not.
No, it didn't
Glenn,
make my top 5.
I got a message from Randy. He's backstage. Hit him up.
Let me
Okay.
see. Oh, there he is. Oh, and the stud muffin's here too. I don't think I can put 7 Up. Can I?
Don't think so. Well,
You
maybe
can't do a Brady Bunch? No?
I'm gonna try.
try it out.
Limited.
Try
to
it and
6.
see.
Larry, you're gonna have to wait, buddy.
I'm gonna have to leave it a little while anyway because I gotta take my dad to a couple places. But I just wanted to say happy birthday to Rich.
Happy birthday to you. We're all bunched up here. Randy was like 6 days ago.
I'm actually at my dad's, so I have a good Wi-Fi here.
Hey, we can just substitute Steve for Doc. Let's just knock out our next Rock and Roll Hall of Fame video.
Yeah, while we're here, let's get it done.
How old were you, Randy?
Go
I
ahead.
turned 65 a few days ago.
Okay.
Wow.
Very good.
You see what I mean, Steve? Like when I'm hanging out with those guys, I'm sitting there going, I
Yeah,
used to
I
think
know.
I was old at 53, and I'm going, I'm a young pup, man.
How does it work in the U.S.? Like when you turn 65, do you get like an old age check or something like they do?
Yeah,
up here?
you can, but it would be very small. I mean, it takes a
Yeah,
while for it.
you can start. Well, it depends upon your age too. Some people, people who were born 20 years ago, they can't start collecting until they're 67, 68 years old.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that thing now too. It's like they've changed it. After at a certain year, they changed it so you had to be 67 or something before you.
Yeah, I mean, I could collect now if I wanted to, but I'm just deferring it until I turn 70 because you have to start taking it when you turn 70.
Yeah.
And it'll actually give me more a month then too. And plus, if I took it now, since I'm working, after you hit I think it's like $24,000 maybe. You hit $24,000 in your regular job, your income. After that, then they start taking they take $1 for every 2 you make.
Wow, 50%.
So so I'm not going to collect it because why am I going to give them 50%?
What do you think, Rich? Pretty wild birthday, huh?
We had a lady that worked at our print shop that she, after she hit 60, I think she retired at 67. She kept on working, but they were good and paid her under the table because they didn't want to hurt her. They would actually hurt her by letting her stay on because she couldn't get the full benefit of her check.
Yeah.
So
wow,
that's sad that you got to do that. I mean, she worked her whole life. You figured, she earned it.
Yeah.
We get two portions. We get what they call Canada Pension Plan, which is money the government takes off your paycheck every week.
That's our Social Security.
That accumulates, and depending on how much money you contributed to it, that's the level you get paid at. And then there's old age security, which starts at 65 for people in my years I was born, and that's another. So we get two sections of a retirement plan.
Cool.
So
thank you, Sound Lab Studios. Appreciate that.
Oh, I missed I haven't got the comments up now. And
there's Alex.
Hey, Alex. Thank you.
Alex.
Doc, I sent Doc a link to
the
I think.
Smart. Yep.
Go for the veal, leave the cannolis.
Sam Hirsch, brother. Larry said he can't stay long. So happy birthday, Rich.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you for the 10 again, Larry. Thank you for the 10.
Hey, Robert S.
Hey, Doc, did you pay Randy yet for the baseball pool? Because the next pool's starting up pretty soon. You'll owe him 20 if you don't.
Thank you, Robert S. Good to see you.
I'm going to jump into baseball this one. So
I'm going to say I've got a VCLT for Robert S. that I've been holding for months, and he moved places, and I still haven't sent it out because I'm a terrible gifter. So he knows it's coming though. I've got
Actually, Randy, I have some three lowest of the low CDs that I got put aside to send you to with an envelope sitting there, and I haven't sent them yet.
I may be there before you send them to me. Who knows?
Yeah.
Are you going to Canada, Randy?
Maybe sometime in the summer. I don't know.
Really?
Ontario, that area?
I like to go to Ottawa because I haven't been to the capital, and I haven't been to that railroad hotel that's up there.
I'm about 2.5 hours from Ottawa.
Definitely meet up for lunch.
I am 2.5 hours from Quebec.
Wow.
I was just watching a movie that was shot in Quebec the other day. Taking Lives. Have you ever seen that?
No.
With Andrew Jolie.
Oh yeah. I saw
Angelina Jolie. But they shot it in Quebec City, all around there.
Isn't Ethan Hawke in that too?
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I've said this before. Ethan Hawke was at the John Prine show that I saw back in 2019.
Oh, really? Cool.
He was filming something, I think, in Richmond, and he made a side stop into town to see John Prine. I didn't see him there, but that was he was there. Like he was backstage talking to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Doc. I owe Randy 20 just because I'm a loser for not sending it yet. I wonder if bribe Randy and let him take my first pick this year. Well, your first pick last year wasn't so freaking good, so I don't know why you would do that.
But how do you do a first pick with interest, though, Doc?
You could trade your first pick for his first pick and pick to be named later in the series, right?
Yeah.
When is the first game? When does regular season start?
March 30th.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Royals are playing today, exhibition.
Yeah, we got to line up a date because I think Doc's away the last week of March, so I might have that wrong. We'll have to look at that.
Jay's 2 games on TV this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The Yankees and I think it might be Philly on Saturday. Maybe.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is a night owl besides Randy? I bumped into Randy the other night at like 2 a.m. on YouTube. You are
all night.
right.
Yeah. I have chronic pain, so sometimes once I wake up at like 11 o'clock, I'm up for the rest of the night, and
I'm usually in bed by midnight.
I'm
Make
usually
it up in the middle of the night to pee. Does that count?
Depends upon if you got your laptop with you or not.
Yeah. Depends.
When
on
we
the
do
day.
our CD exchange at 10:30, I feel like I'm getting up really early to do that.
I was actually going to dabble in the idea of doing a live stream at midnight, but I don't know how many people I could get to come on. Randy's probably up. I was going to call it like Midnight at the Oasis or Insomniac Theater or some kind of crazy.
That's for me, Insomniacs Theater. Yeah.
What time do you stay up till, Rich?
About 2:30 or 3.
Really?
Wow.
And then what time do you sleep in till?
Let's say 11.
yeah, he gets
8 hours.
Man, you're like a
he gets a little
teenager.
upset if I send him a
That's
message
like-
at like
that's
6
like I did
o'clock
when
in
I
the
was
morning.
I'm a perpetual college student. I do what I want.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. I go to bed at like 10, between 10 and 11, and I'm up at 5:30 or 6.
Now, I've developed too many bad habits over the years from not working since I was 38, and I just do what I want.
All right. I mean, I'm normally in bed at 9 and I'll read or be on the laptop, fall asleep maybe 10:30, but I'll wake up 12:30, 1 o'clock. I mean,
Yeah.
and then I'll be up off and on until 4, and then I get out of bed at 4.
Well, if you ever see me post a live stream, any of you guys, and it's midnight, just jump on.
All right.
It was like a Friday that could potentially work for me, but most other nights I got to get up at like 6:15.
Yeah.
Work.
Well, maybe like a late Friday. We'll kill an hour.
There was that day when Glenn was out, when I was on that live stream with John and Rob. I was about to die. When we were doing like our favorite 80s albums, we were on to like 12:30. I was like, man, you guys are running.
Yeah.
Well, they were on the other night after our live stream. They kept wanting to gab, and we shut it down at 10:30. And I said, "Why don't you guys just carry on another channel?" So they went over to John's channel, and Tim and Rob and Concert Buddy went on and on and on. So
True.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're all East Coast time. Well, Concert Buddy's not.
yeah,
Where's Concert Buddy at? Where's he located?
is he out on the West Coast somewhere, like Portland or something?
No, he's Midwest. I think he's Midwest, like Minnesota or somewhere.
Steve goes to bed at 9, and then Nate
Yes, I do, Alex.
There's a word.
I've been following him.
That's a great
Yeah,
word.
if Steve asks for a link, just ask him if he's dressed first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask. Can I ask Steve a quick question about next?
Sure.
Is it Wednesday night with you and Gary?
Right.
Do I have to give albums to you, or are you guys?
No, actually, I just hung up with him about a half hour ago. I was going to email you the details. What we're going to do when we have guests on is I'm going to present you with 2 albums. You make the choice from that. Gary's going to present you with 2 albums. You make the choice from that. And then from those 2, you have to whittle it down to the 1.
Gotcha.
You won't be asking us. We're going to see how it works like that with when we have a guest on.
I like it. Are you doing the rapid fire question Q&A, all the stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to get that. Yes.
I just want to know how to be prepared.
Yeah. Well, you can't be prepared for the rapid fire.
No, you
but
can't.
or the albums for that matter.
So
Well, right,
whose channel is this going to be on?
That's on
That's-
Steve's.
You haven't watched Spin on this, Glenn?
No, I haven't.
It's
Oh,
just-
wow.
well, it's on my channel. There's
Okay.
only been 2 episodes so far.
I'll watch.
Yes, please do.
And I have the honor of being the first guest, which is really cool.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
There's Adam. What the Jim's wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you, Adam. How you doing
Hey,
out
what's up,
there?
Adam?
And there's the answer to our question. Concert Buddy lives in St.
The
Louis.
ears are burning.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've been there once.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, I found out Christian from CGC. He lives like 20 minutes from me.
Oh no way!
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Christian's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his channel's done very well.
Just watched Steve's Beatles album ranking a little while ago, and it was more shocking than Sam's ranking. Yeah, these guys.
Wow.
That's hard to beat.
Well,
We hang around with these guys. but they
Hey,
don't
listen.
know
I
anything.
anytime Sam says ranking, I hit the off button.
yeah. Well, what made Steve so interesting was that his favorite Beatles album was Sticky Fingers. So like, you know, it was just it was wild.
Because like when I at first I was like, did they skip over Visions of Johanna? Is there something wrong with the video?
That was like my first introduction to Brian was him dogging me about Visions of Johanna.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't it your favorite Dylan song, Glenn? Isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, it's my favorite Dylan
And
song.
Brian's too.
Yeah, is that yours too? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Where do
So,
you
Rich, did you see the ranking?
I watched both of them this afternoon. Yeah,
I'm surprised your heart didn't, give out on you.
because
it did a little bit, but it inspired me to put my own 2 cents on it. I'm going to make a video this weekend.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Yeah.
your favorite the same as mine is, and it got ranked 11th.
Yes. Yep.
You should just, out of spite, put Abbey Road at number 12. If it's not true.
No, I can't do that.
No.
It's actually like my number 4 or 5.
Abbey Road.
Yeah,
Abby's my number one.
and I
think
love it.
Steve showed a pair of balls on him when he put Revolver at 12. I thought that was cool.
Rubber Souls probably moved
Yeah,
back. to number 3 for
I've
me.
never been able to get into to Revolver. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't buy the deluxe box set. I mean,
I will
Yes.
say if they put out the Rubber Soul set this year, which they're saying is probably going to happen, I'm guessing my love of it is going to go up.
I think
and
it will.
you've got to say the same script all the time. Like, I love all the albums. I mean, I know you don't really care for Revolver as much, but like you've got to say it, otherwise the people are like, the torches and the pitchforks, they're knocking on your door.
Right.
Well, when I think like when I'm watching Sam's video and he picks or Rubber Soul like number 11 or wherever he put it, and I'm going, what a freaking idiot. But then I'm thinking, you know what? This isn't. I shouldn't feel that way. Like it's like Sam's coming at it from a different perspective. He covered these albums at a different time than I did.
That's right.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do with it.
So
That's
it's kind
a
of
lot to do.
refreshing that he does pick at number 11 because it just, it's kind of cool.
yeah, and that's why. I mean, it's part of the reason why Help is my number 1 was because I can remember I went to the movie theater, saw the film.
Yep.
And I really, you loved it when you're walking into that sunken living room, and
Yeah.
it's just,
And like the teeth for the grass or whatever they were using to cut the grass.
yeah. So
They all
and I-
live together, and
That's why Beatles for Sale for me is number 6, because a lot of people put that at 12 or 11. But for me, when I bought that album, where I was when I bought it, and like the trip that I went on after I bought it, it all flows in with that album. Even though it's technically probably their worst, it's my number 6, and it was my number 6 on both lists from my fan, my viewer that corrected me.
is that the first Beatles album you owned?
No, Abbey Road was the first
Abbey
one.
Road was first.
Other than a couple of comps, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Abbey Road was the first one I bought when those 2009 reissues came out, because that's when I was really getting into music, like 8th grade, seriously into music.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I had a personal connection, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because Glenn, you're going to be what?
International.
Are you 70, Glenn?
I'll be 70 in June.
Okay, so you were what? You were
I was 11 when the
When-
Beatles were on
when-
Ed Sullivan.
when the first album came out. You were
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you buy them as they came out then?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like me, I know the first Beatles album I bought. It was probably Rubber Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Rubber Soul.
Yeah. No, the
So-
early ones were my first ones.
Yeah.
I bought them all as they came out.
Right.
So when do you all do your next CD exchange? I know y'all were taking some time.
We
We
did
did
one
one
today.
today.
Yeah,
It's going to be released tomorrow. I didn't want to release it today because we just had the Hall of Fame one out, so I'm
Yeah.
spacing. So I'll release that tomorrow morning at 10:30.
Yeah, if Doc is watching, thank you, Doc, for taking Deep Purple.
Doc's getting a lot of praise for
Christopher Abbey Road is his number one. Jason,
Yeah.
you must have known a Rubber Soul Spot would be a ruffle some feathers. Yes.
Yeah. Well, anything. Well, even if I would have put "Please Please Me" at number 12, I mean, people are going to complain about it.
my favorite Deep Purple. My favorite album is Burn. I think.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's the self-titled Deep Purple album from Mach 1, the first. I like
Really?
the
That's your
incarnation of the
favorite
Beatles.
Deep Purple? Yeah. Wow. You don't
I
hear
love
many
that
people
album.
say Mach 1 for a favorite Deep Purple album.
Oh, I love those three albums. My
Yeah.
favorite. That was my favorite era of the band.
Yeah. Okay.
The outtake of In Your Bird Can See is better than the album version.
Yeah.
Yellow Sun. Adam. Okay, we're holding you to that, Adam. Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Now he's an Abbey Road guy.
He's
Adam.
Everyone can have a different
I've seen your
opinion.
videos, Adam. I know better.
No, there's Larry. Yes.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't agree with that, Larry. Rob Skier. I don't consider Yellow in my Beatles ranking either.
No, neither do
Okay,
we.
so how do you guys can think that Magical Mystery Tour is an album and Yellow Submarine's not an album? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's
Well, Yellow Submarine, half of it is George Martin.
Yeah.
I know, but
Just
Magical
score.
Mystery Tour was an EP. It was some idiot
Yeah,
at
but
Capitol
you gotta-
Records in the US who's decided, well, let's throw some singles on it and turn it into an album.
Well, if I was
Beatles.
counting the EP itself, I wouldn't have thrown it in my ranking. But the way that it is in total canon,
Yeah, but the Beatles had nothing to do with that album.
they didn't. But
So, but at least they had something to do with Yellow Submarine.
Outside of recording and writing all the songs, they had nothing to do with it.
No, but I mean, they didn't make that as that wasn't intended as an album.
No.
In their
It
catalog.
turned out as one.
Yeah.
but
So
to
to
be
say
fair,
that's a legitimate album to be included in the album rankings, but Yellow Submarine isn't.
but Yellow
I
Submarine
take
only had
umbrage.
4 new songs that were on it, so that's not even like a full side of music. Is the thing. Magic Mystery Tour at least had a full side.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine was intended as an album when it came out.
What Glenn is saying, everybody, is that Yellow Submarine is the best album of all time.
I'm just saying, if you're going to throw Yellow Submarine out, you got to throw Magical Mystery Tour out too.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
That's the logic of your argument.
I can't do that.
It's hard
I
to take
can't do
anybody
that.
seriously with a cake on their head, you know.
Steve had Revolver number 12 was a hot take.
No, thank you, Josh.
That was a hot take.
Wow, that is.
Deep Purple and Rock, that was a good album.
A lot of people would
Love,
choose that.
love in rock.
Maybe 4.
Matt saying happy birthday, I think.
In rock is
He's a man of few words.
Yeah.
I must be
A Dylan fan, yeah.
reggae.
In my high school band, we played a rocked up version of I Am the Walrus in response for the oohs and ahs. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, well, plus Spooky Tooth. Was it Spooky Tooth who did a really cool version of I Am the Walrus?
They did a long extended version of that. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool version.
Actually, Glenn, you mentioned Spooky Tooth. I almost gave Larry Spooky Tooth 2 today. That was one of my album possibilities. I don't know
Well,
whether
Gary Wright's little side project there, huh?
Yeah. That's a Spooky Tooth. That's a vastly underappreciated band.
Absolutely.
I like their song "The Mirror." That's a good song.
Yeah.
Steve, you'll be happy for me. I had an album that I've been sitting on and finally listened to it today for the first time. Well, yesterday for the first time, I listened to Master of Reality.
Oh wow! How'd you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like Early Sabbath. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me guess. It's 12th on your list there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I liked it a lot.
Adam's got a question for us.
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite Beatles cover song? Does that mean a song that someone
By them
covered
or-
of the Beatles, or does that mean the Beatles covered?
Yeah. If it's a song that the Beatles covered, my favorite is "Twist and Shout."
That would be mine too.
If it's somebody covering the Beatles, I actually like Fiona Apple doing "Across the Universe."
Wow, nice.
I really love if it's a Beatles song, "Till There Was You." I love how McCartney sings that.
I like "You Really Got a Hold on Me."
That's good too.
Smoky. Yeah.
There you go.
So is
But if it's somebody covering the Beatles, there's a band called Blue Ash. They do a great cover of "Anytime at All."
Anytime at all. Yeah. Good one.
Yeah.
And I'll take Alison Krauss doing a beautiful job of "I Will."
Yeah, I would take that one too.
Oh, wow.
I'm
I
gonna
love that
go.
song.
I'll go. Rich might agree with me. Tom Petty with "I Need You."
Yeah, that's a solid one.
Yeah, that's solid.
I saw them do that in concert, I believe.
Just because you can hear the sadness.
Yeah.
Guadalcanal Diary does a good version of "In Your Birthday Sing."
Wow, Guadalcanal. I was going to give that. I was going to give that as one of their albums.
Be back in 1 second.
Will the Rubber Soul box set include the U.S. version? That would be interesting if they did that.
If they did it kind of like the Glenn Johns thing, like where it was like its own separate thing.
Yeah, the U.S.
Actually, Sam, you mentioned "I Need You." It wasn't Tom Petty I saw do it in concert. It was the band America. They did their own "I Need You," you know, the Jerry Beckley
Yeah.
song. And then right after that, they did the Beatles cover.
Oh, really?
Back to back. It was pretty good.
I saw Jerry Beckley just recently turned 70, so he's close in age to Glenn.
You guys are getting up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to find my cell phone because my wife will text me that she needs to be picked up from the train, and I can't find it.
I can give you a call, Steve.
Ring them up.
You know what? I've got it on mute
Oh, wow.
because we were doing this. So where the hell is it?
What the heck?
Jason, Magical Mystery Tour only has the first side of new songs for an album.
Yeah.
So there's like what is there? 5 songs, 6 songs?
Well, I'll take pretty much any song on Magical Mystery Tour over any song on Yellow Submarine.
I will too.
Yes.
I agree. I just
Yeah.
say it's not a real legitimate
I
Beatles
think
album.
Yellow Submarine is disqualified because it has Yellow Submarine on it.
I heard the Beatles used to like when they wrote a song that they weren't that crazy about. They'd say, "It's good enough for Yellow Submarine."
Yeah.
It was kind of an inside
Although,
joke
Hey
in the studio.
Bulldog. Hey Bulldog is a barn burner.
Yeah, that's a great bass line.
Yeah.
I'm always in
Gosh.
anchor
What's
mode.
up, Josh?
Josh dishing out the hate.
I thought we
Shots
were
fired.
dogging
Oh,
our
look at Larry.
Larry.
Speechless. I've never
One
heard that.
syllable.
What is this? Why are they all doing this?
Hey, Glenn. And Rich, happy birthday. I'm going to have to take off. I got to take my dad somewhere.
All right. Thanks, Randy.
Hey,
All right.
Larry can jump on.
Take care, buddy.
Take care,
All right.
man.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, who won the lottery to be number 6 now?
Larry, do you want to come back on?
Bring him back up.
I'm going to post a link here for you, buddy.
Doc's bailing too.
All right, Doc. Thanks, buddy.
See you, Doc.
See you on Monday, man.
Oh,
Hall
yes.
of Fame. Look out.
Larry, there's a link posted, I think.
So that's when you guys record Hall of Fame is on Monday mornings?
No, actually, we usually do it on Tuesday, but we've had some scheduling conflicts.
Oh, okay.
The last one we did Wednesday. This one we're doing Monday. We're kind of
Right.
messing around.
It's usually Tuesday night, so I can get home from work.
Yeah. And this time we're adding 1969 debuts, so it's going to get real interesting.
69, that's a very good class.
It is.
It
We're
is.
finding that out in the nominations.
Yeah.
We've got our 25 narrowed down. Now it's just the individuals to rank them personally, and then
That's how we do it, by the way. We each put a top 25 list. We compile the figures. The top 25 get in, and that you can only vote on those. You can't vote for people that only get 1 or 2 votes.
How do I get?
So it's the cream of the crop from that year.
There he is.
There's Larry.
There he is.
That was funny. Before I was sitting there for like 10 minutes.
We couldn't
I
get you
can't
in.
stay long.
You got more patience than I do.
We couldn't
I
get
have
you
a
in.
question though.
Yes.
A Beatles question. When the Beatles Rubber Soul box set comes out, I wonder if they're going to include the U.S. version.
I doubt it, but it would be cool if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great. They do.
I
I
think they'll
wonder-
probably do the same as Revolver. They'll give you the new remaster and they'll give you the mono.
And then they'll do like We Can Work It Out on there, and
Yeah, and then we'll get a couple of singles. And
do you think? I wonder why they don't release any like a live show with any of these.
they don't like releasing
Yeah.
like
I'm not
official
big
releases.
on the live shows anyway.
They said that they're all poor quality.
Well, yeah, and they're all 20 or 30 minutes long too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Shea Stadium sounds pretty good, and
Hollywood Bowl was cool.
Budokan sounds good. Like they could release those.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm gonna buy. I'll buy it, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
The question is, will they go all the way back to Please Please Me? In which case, if Please Please Me, will they release like Hamburg stuff or anything like that?
Will you buy the No Doubt box set?
The which one?
The No Doubt box set.
Oh yeah, sure. Already on a pre-order.
That's why I'm on here.
It's funny, when I was playing in a band, we were learning a No Doubt song, and I didn't know any No Doubt songs, and I didn't know anything. I didn't really want to play it, and then somebody said, "Oh, listen to the album. It's actually their first album is really good. It's really raw. It's like
So how does ska work on the banjo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you playing their stuff on banjo?
No, I was playing bass. In that
Oh,
band.
okay.
What kind of bass did you play? Did you play pick or did you play with your thumb? How did you
Yeah,
play?
no, I
bass?
didn't play with a pick. Yeah,
But-
Tragic Kingdom. It's a really good album.
Yeah.
I should give it to one of you guys for on the CD exchange.
I played both. It depended upon the song, whether or not I played with a pick or my finger.
Yeah, I played with banjo picks on a bass. That would have been fun.
Oh yeah.
Doing rolls. Banjo rolls.
That'd be interesting. Make it your own.
Get a 6-string bass, you could do it.
Yeah, you could.
So Rich, how does it feel being 70?
I'll let you know in 4 years. I'm
70.
I feel
How-
30.
Or
35
rephrase the
in
question,
heart.
Larry. How does it feel to feel like you're 70?
Yeah. Don't feel good.
Yeah.
When is the Sparks concert, Larry?
July 3rd.
Oh, so it's
wow.
it's
Yeah.
down the road.
Oh, it's a long way away.
Yeah.
Man.
I got Old Crow tomorrow, Glenn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with Molly Tuttle opening.
Man. I got Tedeschi Trucks on July 13th. That's the only one I got. I've been trying to talk my daughter into going to see Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, though.
Mm.
We were just going to get lawn seats. I don't know. She was going to order them. I don't know if she did yet. That's in July, too.
Where are they playing?
Budweiser stage.
Is that a good place?
Yeah, like Ontario Place at that.
Ontario place, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got AJ Croce next month, at the end of the
That's
month.
going to be really cool.
I can't. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Now, does he do his own material, Sam, or does he play as his old man stuff?
On this tour, it's Croce sings Croce.
Okay.
But he has his own albums.
Mm-hmm. He's got a few albums.
He's got a real growly voice, and he plays kind of like a pop jazz or rock jazz, I would call it. Maybe it's actually his stuff's pretty good. He's a pretty talented guy. Oh, Larry, here we go. They're reissuing the first 2
Ooh,
Sparks
there you go.
records on vinyl for Record Store Day.
That doesn't mean much to me.
As someone who is,
Thanks,
well, you got a
Noah.
turntable.
I know, but I'm not going to get too much into vinyl. But that's cool. Yeah.
He says that now, but once he gets the turntable up, and gets,
Well, who else here owns something by Sparks besides Larry?
Yeah.
I've listened to the 2 of their albums. I don't own anything.
I got Steady Drip Drip Drip, which Larry gave me. That's their last studio album, and I've got Kimono My House on CD.
Yeah.
That's the big
Heading
one,
the
isn't it?
street,
The
baby.
Kimono My House. Isn't that their biggest album?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
popular. Probably.
You'll see that in record stores, even around here, every now and
Right.
then.
Adam's saying goodbye. George
Hi,
has his
Adam.
80th birthday tomorrow. Yes.
He's on a
Thanks for
short.
talking, Adam.
I don't think George is going to be there, unfortunately.
No. Take care, buddy.
No.
The question
Alex,
wasn't about you,
everything is about me.
Very good, Alex.
I'm doing a short too, Adam. Glenn will be thrilled. Hey, Rob. That's why I unsubscribed from your channel.
No, I saw they are going to re-show Concert for George Limited coming up in theaters.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, for his 80th.
That's interesting. I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, I just saw it today. It was just announced today, I think. But I know some people went to go see it not too long ago, and some of the scenes were cut for theatrical release. Like some of the good, I'm pretty sure "I Need You" was removed. Like just songs, like not the Ravi Shankar stuff.
Why did they remove songs for the?
Yeah, why?
I guess for theatrical, so they could keep it at 2 hours, maybe.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
I'm glad I bought the DVD when it came out. Didn't have to worry about that nonsense.
yeah.
I did notice Sam's subs went down after he was asking for more to get
Yeah.
him. 666.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did. I posted it, and I was like, "Let's push me up," and I got down to 664.
That's hilarious.
I can't hit 670 for whatever reason. I can't get there.
Glenn really loves
Well,
short.
not if you're asking people to unsubscribe from you. No.
Well, yeah.
I saw this cool T-shirt that said 665, the neighbor of the beast.
Yeah, neighbor of the beast.
That is
Pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah, I do like that.
Lucifer is unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
unreal.
I had Jesus Christ subscribe to my channel.
That's right. I remember
I did.
that.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
Oh, wow.
No. You must have done something right, Larry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're living right. You get that kind of support. That's pretty good.
I wonder when he got that name. You know, how long ago he had to have
Oh, yeah.
Had to be
signed
early.
up with YouTube to have gotten that name.
I always think that with emails, people that have just these
Yeah.
generic emails or even like license plates, like, how did you get that?
Yeah.
But are you doing anything this weekend, Rich? Just keep celebrating?
No. One and done. I'm moving on to the next year. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to catch up on some movies, to be honest with you.
Mm.
The Oscar season is here, and I haven't seen anything, so I've got to look around and see what I can watch.
Do you watch the Oscars?
I used to. I'm probably not this year. I lucked out and watched it last year. I wasn't going to, and that's when Will Smith slapped it.
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna watch The Whale tomorrow morning. And
Is that on streaming, Brian?
no, I bootlegged it.
Okay.
But,
That's the one with Brendan Fraser.
yeah, I want to see what he does. I heard a lot of hype around it, so I just want to see what it's about.
Yeah. I might watch that movie that Doc recommended called The Menu this weekend.
Yeah, that's on HBO
That's on-
Max, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He said it was worth checking out, so I'll check that out.
I can't concentrate in the movie anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm getting that way too. Sometimes I watch him an hour here, an hour there.
Yeah,
but-
that's me. It takes me 2 days to watch a movie.
I call that that's the Netflix effect. You know, you get used to watching series,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you just do 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it is. Take a little break, come back and watch it because
I think it's because of YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
He's watching them all the time. Then he's
you
gotta
watch a movie over 20 different segments.
You have to watch
Minute at a
2,000 episodes.
Yeah,
Glenn's been watching Gone with the Wind for 10 years.
yeah.
Ooh,
Rick
Gary.
Strickler is the king of the VC.
oh, there's Gary.
Just not
Okay.
everyone knows it yet. Rich, I just wanted to chime in and say happy birthday, buddy. And also my wife said to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Gary. You're the best.
Wow. Very nice. And
Thank you.
and Mrs. Gary wishing you a happy birthday too.
Yeah.
I'll
Very-
take all the wishes I can get. Thank you very much.
Well, it looks like Jesus had an ulterior motive for
I don't blame Jesus.
yeah, you can't blame a guy for trying.
No.
I want to watch more movies. Sadly, I don't have the time to watch a full movie in one sitting. Oh,
Yeah.
busy college guy.
Yeah.
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 And they don't make movies as interesting as they used to. I find it hard to stay with it now.
Yeah.
The subject matter does not interest me as much as before. Like I like those 70s and 60s movies much better than the shit they put out today.
Yeah.
Well, that's when a movie had a script. Now, so much of it is just action and effects, and
Yeah.
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 And all the locations they used to go to. Like you watch Serpico, they're right on the street making it, and Dog Day Afternoon, and some of these classics, man.
But those earlier movies for today's youth, they would be like super slow for them, right?
Yeah.
I know.
oh yeah,
They're boring, right?
right.
And
And I hate Marvel movies and special effects. I won't even watch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
people just discredit black and white too, which kind of ticks me off.
Well, they
Yeah.
killed the superhero format. I mean, they just saturated it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It used to be something special. Oh, Batman's going to be a movie, or Superman. Now there's like a million of them. Batman versus Superman. Batman kills Superman. Superman.
I'm a huge comic book fan, and I agree with you. I think it's overkill now.
Yeah.
I think Gary agrees because Gary's a big comic book guy too. That new Batman movie was really good.
It was good. Paul Dano did a good job as the Riddler.
Paul Dano
Which
was
one was
good.
that now? What was it called?
The Batman.
Just the Batman.
But
The
Paul,
Batman.
Paul Dano, who played Brian Wilson in Love and Mercy, played the Riddler, and he's psychotic.
Paul Dano
And Joker 2 is coming out with Joaquin and Lady Gaga playing Harlequin.
Yeah.
That should be interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, I gotta go. I have to find my phone so I can pick up my wife from the train station.
All right, man. Thanks, Steve.
Steve, thanks, buddy.
Happy birthday! I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, take
Bye-bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye, Steve.
Thanks.
Steve.
I've watched
Right.
8 of the 10 Best Picture nominees, and they are all pretty trash except for Top Gun Maverick. Oh,
Yeah.
Top Gun. That would be
I
the
didn't
one I
like
would
it.
think would suck. That's the Tom Cruise thing, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
supposed to
didn't
be
like that
really
movie at
good.
all.
I haven't seen it. I saw one. I saw the Banshees of Inisherin. It was wacky, but I liked it.
I'm
I've
trying to
seen
think
that-
of the
I've
last
seen
new
that.
movie I
I've
saw.
seen the Fablemans.
Yeah, I got to see that too.
Larry, what's the last new movie you saw?
The last movie I saw in a theater was yesterday.
Wow, that was
Okay.
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that. You're one up.
Yeah,
on me.
it was okay.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
not groundbreaking.
No.
Mine would have been not the last James Bond movie, the one before
Before that,
Skyfall,
Skyfall.
Skyfall, I think.
The Batman was one of the last ones that I saw in terms of a movie. I've seen a couple of documentaries. No, I know what the last one was. I think it was Elvis.
I still haven't seen Elvis. Then maybe I'll
That's
watch
2
it.
hours you're never going to get back.
Oh, come on now.
I hear different things about that movie. My sister and her husband loved it.
I did too.
Pass.
Top Gun Maverick was horrible. Yeah,
Wow.
that channel, the channel that.
Oh yeah, we should go see Cocaine Bear. I heard that was pretty good actually.
Oh, that's on Netflix.
Is
Isn't
it?
Oh no, I'm thinking about something else. Yeah, Cocaine Bear looks kind of weird, doesn't
It
it?
does. I that's why I want to see it.
Okay.
That was Leota's last film, wasn't it? Ray Liotta.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so. I see him in it. Yeah, and I was thinking that. he
And
was
it's
on.
based on a true story, right?
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
I think the very core premise of it is, but everything else around is just exaggerated.
Yeah, ludicrous stuff.
Wow, Cocaine Bear.
That was all over. That was all over the Super Bowl. Just doing the Super Bowl ads, and I was like, "What on earth is this going to be?"
That's hilarious,
Cocaine Bear.
man. I'm all over this Alex Murdaugh thing. I was talking to you guys about it earlier today.
Yeah.
The trial was on, but the Netflix has a documentary on it, and I started watching it after we finished our thing today because they had a break in the trial, and I didn't realize it goes back further than him murdering his son, and his son was a maniac too, and his son, some woman got killed in a boating accident. And there's
That's
like
right.
5 people who got murdered that are associated or killed with this family.
Yeah, he's a nutcase, man. Nutcase.
Wow.
Very loosely a true.
Very
story.
loosely a true story. Apparently, it's the same bear actor that was in Revenant.
He gets all the good roles.
Yeah.
I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once and the new Avatar with my son at the theaters this year. Avatar was a waste of money.
I've seen both of those.
I could have told you before you went to see it that Avatar would have been a waste of your money.
Yeah.
You didn't ask.
I think Jamie Lee Curtis did a good job in Everything Everywhere.
She's
I gotta
awesome.
do that too.
Yeah.
I met her once.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, at the Toronto Film Festival. We used to go down and stand in front of the hotel where they all stayed at and just star watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out of the lobby and she was all by herself. And I went, I'm gonna go over and talk to her. So I walked over there and said, hi, Jamie Lee. And she was really friendly. And then the security guards came over like I was going to hurt her or something. And she told him to go away. She said, nah, he's okay.
How many years ago? Like, what are we
Oh,
talking?
man. Probably 15.
Okay, so it was after Trading Places.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So here's
Yeah.
a question for y'all: Who's the most? If you've met a famous person, who's the most famous person that you've met?
Larry Graves.
Well, he paid you a lot of money to say that.
I got to go with Larry also.
Brian?
I've met Muhammad Ali twice. So
Wow.
Oh, that beats me.
Hard to beat that.
How long ago was that?
I was once when I was a kid, like about 5, and then again when I was in 8th grade. He came to a town, Afton, Virginia. He had bought a horse farm.
Yep.
And they gave him the key to the town. They did a big ceremony and stuff like that. And I got a chance to meet him again. He was not the same man when I met him the second time. The damage had been done. He was shaking really bad,
really?
and
The Parkinson's was already kicking in.
That's too bad.
I just drove over Afton on Tuesday.
Small town. Okay. Small town. I mean,
yeah, it's a dangerous road. That's where the Waltons.
Yes. Yeah.
Area. That's where the Waltons.
How about Larry? Who's a famous person that you've met?
I've met. I met Paul McCartney's band backstage. I didn't meet Paul, but I met the band. And Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad when he played here in Belleville about over 10 years ago. Got his autograph.
Cool. I've met Alison Krauss, John Prine, Pop Staples.
Nice.
A whole bunch of people.
Steve Forbert. I know you met him.
Steve Forbert.
John Hartford.
Yeah, I've met a lot of musicians.
Pretty good.
That's cool.
Jamie Lee's up there though too.
I would say for fame, she
would be it.
She'd be the one that you'd recognize the most on the street out of any of those people.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, that's up there.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's
icon status.
He's one of my heroes for sure.
It's hard to top that one. That's a big one.
Yeah. Wow. Did you get him to sign anything or do anything or picture taken or anything like that with you or selfies, Brian?
No.
Nothing.
I got autographed the second time. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah. And you still have the autograph?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I met some sports personalities locally, like Dick Vermeil and who's the receiver? Harold Carmichael, people like that.
Yeah, I've got John Riggins' autograph. I remember meeting him. And of course, I'm a Cowboys fan, and I got to take this damn Redskin autograph. I was like, okay, but it was just being nice. I think Mark Mosley was also the kicker. Was he the kicker for the Redskins at the time?
Yeah, Mark Mosley. Yeah.
I had his autograph. Yeah.
I have and this is hype, but it's a hype for a story that I will never, ever, ever share. And only a few people in my life know that this ever happened. But somebody that I met when I was a baby. So obviously I don't remember it, but it's quite embarrassing. I'll say that. But
who was it?
I cannot give that information.
Well, then why do you tell us anything?
It's the hype. It's all the dangle that carrot.
Oh.
Maybe when
so what was it? Did you have to go potty really bad or something? And when you met,
was it embarrassing to you or
that I would tell?
You met Charlie Manson.
It goes.
Give us some initials. We'll guess.
That's not happening.
Come on.
No. Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, there you go.
Ronald McDonald.
When I was working, we used to do this thing, get away every year, and it was like the association that I was involved in through work and contractors. They used to have this getaway every year in different places. And one year we went to Niagara Falls, and I used to get up and play with the band they had every year. They're actually pretty good. The woman in the band now, she's doing really well. But it was a once a year thing. That year we rented we were staying at the Sheridan Hotel in Niagara Falls. The Hard Rock Cafe had a stage and a bar in there. Then they closed it down for us to have a private party. And who tries to crash our party? O.J. Simpson.
Wow.
And they wouldn't let him
way.
in. This is after, right? This is after when he was.
crazy.
Did he have a knife in his hands?
No.
He just
Without
wanted to cut the
challenge
cake.
with him.
He just wanted to cut the cake on Glenn's head.
So one of the guys, he came in, he saw OJ later. He went up to get something in his room or something. He comes out. He said, I was just in the elevator with OJ Simpson. And his wife says to him, so what did you say? He says, oh, I was saying hi, how you doing? And she slapped me. He killed his wife. What are you being nice to?
Breyer has an interesting question in the comments there.
Does meeting Mickey Mouse at Disneyland count as meeting someone famous? Yes.
That would be a no.
Yeah.
How about Goofy, Donald Duck, the whole gang?
Okay.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie would need. Now that
I
would
met
be
all of
something.
them when I was down at Disney World. They were all there.
Was OJ wearing some nice gloves? Just one.
Yeah.
It didn't fit very well.
And you must have quit.
Yeah.
Do you remember that trial? That was
Oh,
so
God.
interesting to
I
watch.
watched every minute of that, Larry.
Yeah.
And he was 100% guilty.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable. That was quite a thing, man.
That
It's a
was such a
miracle he
slam
got
dunk.
off.
It just perplexes your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And then that night CNN, like Larry King would have all the lawyers on. Like it was just nuts. It was 24 hours a day consumed with OJ.
And the weird part is those guys were all celebrities. Like Judge Ito, you never see him to this day.
right?
No.
He's on every night. Marsha Clark and Chris
Yeah.
Darden, all these lawyers.
They were
and stuff.
world famous for a time, eh?
And then they just sort of dissipated into
Yeah.
thin air.
Yep. I love the Seinfeld spoof on that with
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the O. Henry
Yeah.
Hilarious.
heiress. Who told her to put the bra on?
No, the other one. No, it was one with Kramer and Newman when they got spit on it. There was the.
Well, that was JFK.
That
Well, that was
JFK.
the JFK.
That
That
was
was
the
Yeah, this
JFK
is
one. Yeah.
This is when they.
Oh, that's right.
Kramer
Yeah.
had the caddy.
Yeah.
Who told
Sorry.
him to put the bra on over the clothes and
They had a good Johnny Cochran impersonator too. On
Jackie
that.
Yeah.
Childs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie Childs. Yeah.
Jackie
What was the
Chan.
one with the junior men in the surgery? That's another classic. With it,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
He
great.
drops the mint in the guy's stomach.
Yeah.
That was the Elaine's old boyfriend that lost all the weight.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all classics.
It's chocolatey.
Now,
It's minty. It's delicious.
It's very refreshing.
There's a
It's
shout out
very
for that.
refreshing.
Yeah.
My favorite episode is when they have the bet.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
who can hold out the
Contest.
longest.
Yeah.
And like Kramer leaves the room, he comes back and goes, he puts his money down. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
That was one of the best. I like the one where they're out in the Hamptons too with the baby.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that.
You gotta see the baby.
And George-
taking.
The girlfriend sees George naked, the shrinkage.
Yeah.
That's when
It isn't all about shrinkage, Jerry.
Elaine says it shrinks.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's when the guy gets mad at Kramer. He's like, my father came home at night smelling like brine because he would stole those lobsters.
And then George
Makes
finds
the
out
eggs.
The girl's Jewish, and he does something to her eggs or something.
He
They're
puts the lobster in
non-kosher.
the eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Tremendous stuff.
Oh,
George the
the
urinator.
urinator. Yeah.
Well, I got to go now and have some dinner, but happy birthday, Rich. And
Thanks,
nice to
Larry.
meet you,
Happy
everybody.
birthday to you coming up next week too. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a deal out of Larry's birthday, whether he wants to or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Take
Bye,
care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Larry. And
Like a
then-
frightened turtle. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in the pool. He
Yeah.
puts his hand.
Oh yeah.
That may well be my favorite episode.
I like the ones later where like when
I-
George is trying to get out of his wedding and stuff like that.
Oh,
Those-
those are great too.
My
The
favorite.
Bubble Boy shit's great.
The prenup and all that stuff. They were all hilarious.
What was the one where it had the talk show where he set up the talk
Oh,
show?
yes, Merv Griffin.
Merv Griffin. That was my favorite one where he
That's
set
from
it
the
up.
last
He
season.
had like his friends over as guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the same episode when Jerry and George were going over to his girlfriend's house and making her eat turkey and putting her to sleep so they can play with her toys.
He's like, you went home and played with her toys.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when he had the squirrel too, because he had Jeff Hanna.
Yeah.
And the falcon came and ate the squirrel.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, Larry. No, I don't think Larry's. Oh, Poutine. Hey, John.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, that whole episode where he
No
says we have to get a
Supreme.
different format. And he unplugs the set.
Oh, my God.
Tremendous.
Yeah, there's so many. I find now when I watch Seinfeld, I've seen the episodes so often now that I don't really get excited about the whole episode. I get waiting for a certain line to come up.
Yeah.
That
One of my
really-
favorite lines is the first episode where we see Frank. And because when the series first aired, they had a different father, and then they redubbed it in with Jerry Stiller. But it's when George becomes his butler, and he says he's shining his shoes. He says, "You're supposed to see your face in there." And he says, "Do you see your face in there?" With those shoes.
Jerry Stiller was.
Jerry Stiller
Perfect
stole
cast.
every
It's
scene.
time for the Festivus feats of strength.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to eat until George pins me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kruger, my son says your company stinks.
Yeah.
Great cast.
He was good in King of Queens too.
I liked him in King of Queens, but he wasn't as brash. It wasn't the same.
But he had some great lines in that show.
Yeah, he did. Arthur Spooner.
And then Mr. Peterman, his password was George's password's Bosco.
Bosco.
Oh yeah.
That was his mother's last words. Bosco.
Yeah.
He said she must have been an old lover.
Yeah, Kruger, his boss Kruger. Look,
Kruger.
George, I can spin around in my chair 3 times. Let's stop. Oh, I've locked myself out of my office. Oh, I guess
I'm going home.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do, Rich. We got to have the top 12 Seinfeld episodes.
Let's do it, man.
I was
do it.
homesick with kidney stones when I first saw the Kramer kidney stone episode. That's pretty good.
Let me get on that.
Stop crying and fight your father. Yeah.
Stop crying and fight your father.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love when they
Have
show
you ever
the
seen
clip of
Seinfeld do his stand up? Have you
Another-
ever gone to see him live? He's pretty
I've
funny.
seen him live.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it's
He's
hilarious.
really funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
One of the one thing that I remember from that show specifically, because he does a little Q&A at the end, and somebody goes, some idiot in the front was like, they're like, "How's Elaine doing?" And he's like, "Well, the funny thing about Elaine is she's not real." He's like, "It was a show."
That's hilarious.
I think that's how he ended everything. That's when he said goodnight.
The black and white cookie.
Yeah.
They just don't get along. Yeah.
You don't get along, yeah. Look,
He's
The Bob
He's just the king of observation humor, eh? Like he
He's
can
my
bring the
all-time
most
favorite.
mundane thing about life and turn it into something so funny.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Larry David interviews, and those had me cracking up too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Curb Your
funny.
Enthusiasm is an underrated show. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's some great clips.
The car dealership.
Oh,
Was
turning
that-
tricks. He was turning tricks in the car. That's when Kramer was dressed up as the pimp. He said, "I'm not a pimp."
That's hilarious.
I that's one of those. I don't get tired of that show. Like Glenn said, I've seen it 100 times every
Yeah.
episode. But
Who's been throwing away all those muffin bottoms?
Yeah, yeah.
the homeless don't want them.
I always thought up until Seinfeld that MASH was the best show I'd ever seen on TV. And then Seinfeld, when after a few years, I said, "This is the best."
The
sitcom
third
of all
season
time."
of Seinfeld, that when it kicked in,
Yeah, that was it. That took it to a new level.
yeah.
It seems to be that way because my favorite season of Scrubs is the third season. It's like you hit your stride and the actors are starting to get their, the chemistry.
That's like me with The Office. The Office is the same way. Third season is when they brought in Ed Helms.
See, I
And
need to see more of The Office because I only saw the first 2 seasons, and I said it's funny, but it's not landmark. Maybe I
No,
need to move on.
I watched
couldn't get into it.
the episode where they had to take CPR.
Oh
my
Oh,
God. I laughed so hard because they're like, okay, he's dead. You guys didn't do it right. What do we do next? And freaking Dwight's like, he said, we have to harvest the organs before the body gets cold. So he whips out this hunting knife and he jabs it into the dummy. And he starts ripping down the chest. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
My favorite line from that, Brian, is when they said, what do you do next? And they said, you check for an organ donor card. And Creed says, he said he doesn't have a wallet. I checked. It's just it's the
Oh man.
Yeah, The Office third season, because that first season was only like 6 episodes, and the second season is okay. Yeah. But although one of my favorite episodes is from the first season when they play basketball and he thinks Stanley is the secret weapon.
Have you guys ever tried to watch the British version?
I've seen a little bit of it.
I've seen a little bit.
Not as good, because usually the Brits do it better. But I
Ricky Gervais crossed over because he had a big hand in the American Office. At least those early few seasons. And I mean, the British Office was only like 12 episodes anyway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Another show that I've never watched 1 second of it is The Big Bang Theory.
I love it.
I love it. I've watched
I think it's a fantastic show. It's in my top 5.
Worth watching?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Really?
Tremendous.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
I think you got to stick. Once you get the character development, and everything starts flowing.
Yeah, that's well written, eh?
Well written, well acted, perfectly cast. The other show that I was a late comer to is the Charlie Sheen Show, 2.5 Men.
Oh,
2.5 Men. Yeah.
That was a pretty good show.
I couldn't get into that.
Oh, I think it's hilarious.
It was funny.
And then, of course, Community is great, but it was only 6 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, it had the whole, and it got worse because Chevy Chase was constantly being an asshole. He was being Chevy Chase, and it was just, you could tell that the humor was suffering on the show because of him. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, Briar, thanks for coming to Rich's birthday party.
Take care, Briar.
Take care, Briar. Thank you.
Stump us. Who wrote the theme song for The Office? There you go, guys. I don't know.
I have no idea. Haven't seen enough of it to register.
I've never watched it, so I can't even answer.
I watched 2 seasons. That was enough.
Alex says it's a great question.
It is. What's the answer?
I don't even know what the theme song would be, so I'm out.
Put the answer in the chat because we don't know.
I mean, the creator of the show was Greg Daniels. I wonder if it was
it 90? Was it 99? What are they called? 99 something.
Alex has the answer.
I know. Come on, Alex. Give us the answer.
What is it?
Yeah. I had a Dwight quote in my senior yearbook in high school.
I agree with John, by the way.
Think Spirit.
Show.
Not Randy, California.
Spirit.
Jay Ferguson of Spirit and JoJo Gunn. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, Creed was in the Grassroots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
I had the opportunity to see him during college for like $25, but I didn't go to see Creed tell stories. And that dude had a crazy life. Crazy. Like, he didn't get into acting until The Office. He wasn't even going to be a speaking character. And then he had one line and it killed. So they kept him on.
The Grassroots are a guilty pleasure of mine. I like their tunes.
Are you Creed was in the band, the Grassroots?
Yeah. He plays a fictionalized version of himself. His name is Creed Bratton in the show as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta take off as well, guys.
All right, Brian.
Happy birthday, Rich. Thanks for having me on here, guys.
Brian, take care, buddy. Appreciate it.
Later.
Take care.
And then there were 3.
The 3 stragglers.
Later tonight.
Would you guys like a tea before you go?
A tea? Yeah.
I had an old friend who used to say it when she got sick of you being at her house, and yet it's hard to get rid of people. She'd say, "Would you like a tea before you go?" Like it was like,
get the hell out of here.
It's very polite though.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a polite way of telling you to F off.
That's a very Canadian thing.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Yeah.
I love
that. Awesome.
That little shot there. Bang. So what's going on tonight, guys? Just a chill night, Friday night?
I think at 8:00 tonight, I'm heading about 25 minutes down the road. My alma mater is playing in the basketball in their basketball tournament.
Oh,
So it's at the local civic center here. So the division is called Old Dominion Athletic
are
Conference.
they in the playdowns or playoffs now?
Yeah,
for
it's
divisions
playoffs.
for
So
March
tonight
Madness.
it's quarterfinals tonight. So I'm meeting a couple of family members over there.
Oh, very cool. That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
So,
Who are they playing?
Sam, are you getting in our baseball thing, or are you going to?
Nah, I don't care much about baseball until October.
Thank you, John. Okay, just checking. I don't want to leave anybody out.
I appreciate it.
I usually flick the lights on and off as a final hint.
Yeah,
I like it.
There used to be a custodian at my church, and he used to do that before he passed away. He would flick the lights off because my family would linger, and they still do, but he would flick the lights off.
Oh, that's funny.
Did they finally resolve that problem with the break-ins at your church, or
they know who it was. We haven't figured out the best means to get a door in.
Yeah,
like what kind of door? Because right now we have to make sure it's up to fire code safety.
Right.
So it's a whole thing. But yeah, it's
Sound Lab Studios. You won't like it because you do them. I don't like YouTube Shorts. I hate YouTube Shorts.
There should be some merch sold, like actual like athletic shorts, and say YouTube Shorts, like the the YouTube logo. They're red shorts.
I still love you, Sound Lab Shorts or Studios, but I just don't like shorts.
Yeah,
I think they're the death of. I think that the vinyl community has jumped the shark when people are doing shorts.
Speaking of that, what did y'all think? Did y'all watch Happy Days when it first aired?
yes.
Yeah.
What did you think about when that happened? When Fonzie jumped the shark?
Oh, it got really stupid even before that.
When Richie
turned him
left,
into a superhero. It was just stupid.
Yeah, he wasn't cool anymore.
No.
The show wasn't that. I only watched first. I don't know if I hung in too many seasons on that show.
I hung in for a while. I thought it was a good show, but then they bring in Pinky Tuscadero and all this.
Yeah, it got really bad.
Well, when you could really tell that the styles didn't even try to be the 50s anymore. Like people wearing crop tops and things. Like it just.
I mean, it came out of American Graffiti and that type of thing. It was a phase.
The early seasons are great.
They are good. The first 3 or 4 are really strong.
Yeah. When Richie and Potsy and Ralph were all getting into their schemes, that was the best. And, you had Pat Mariah.
And the parents were good. Tom Bosley and Marion Ross. Everything fit. It was
and
good.
Joni as a little kid. I mean,
Joni as a kid. Then they started doing that Joni Chachi. I was out on that.
The whole thing got sickening. And Laverne and Shirley came out of it. And
Mork and Mindy. Yeah.
I didn't watch any of that crap.
I need to address this for a second. Honestly, just doing them to get views. So that's the wrong reason to do. Like, you're getting views from people who have the attention span of an amoeba, and they don't watch any of your main videos. Go check your views on your long form videos, and those people aren't watching them, and they're the videos that should count. So you're getting views from people who never watch any of your other content. You're wasting your time. Thank you.
Amoebas unite.
Shorts are important.
I agree with Ken 100%.
Happy Days jumped the shark as soon as Potsy sang. Yeah,
that's a good point. Good point.
I like your new look, Glenn. Yeah, I'm out of here now. That's enough. I'm going with the Jays.
Yeah, your birthday's over, Rich.
Yeah, it's been over.
Yeah, birthday's over.
You only get so much, bloating.
I think I always find with comedies, they always jump the shark when the family introduced a baby into the show.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I would always do it.
Or even like not even that, like dramas like Little House on the Prairie, when they started adopting all these kids.
Yeah.
Or
they all make the same mistake. They all do
the Waltons when like John Boy went to, after college he left, and then the mom went to like the insane asylum. Like it was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, the shows they just don't know when to quit.
And who did the Brady Bunch bring in? Cousin Arnold? Or Cousin Oliver.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I wasn't. I mean, I was a bit too old for the Brady.
Even my 3 sons, going back to the old days, Glenn.
Oh God, they started
having babies, and Chip was doing this, and get out of here.
And they brought in Ernie because
adopted and whatever.
The first kid left the show, and
even Andy Griffith.
I was going to say,
beginning, it was pure and simple and perfect.
Yeah.
And then they went off the hook too.
With Mayberry RFD. When Sam came in the last season. Because that's my favorite show of all time.
And all that shit. You know, come on.
I know. They all do it.
Once they lost Don Knotts, pretty much over.
It was. Yeah.
Although I do like Floyd the Barber and some of these other characters.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah. But the only one that really, Gomer left and they brought in Goober.
I love Goober. Goober, I thought Goober was hilarious.
Who was the other guy that they had? That real plain.
They had Emmett in the last season.
Emmett and that other guy, was it
Howard?
Sam?
Howard.
He was like a drip.
Did Beverly Hillbillies ever jump the shark?
The Hillbillies? Oh, yeah.
I don't think
so.
I
think so, too. Yeah.
What did they never really brought in any, like Ellie Mae never got pregnant or anything.
No,
they just kind of lived their usefulness.
Didn't they bring in an aunt played by B.
The first season they had.
But that was in pretty early. She was in.
That was the first season.
Pearl.
And they realized she wasn't great, and they were like
Scruggs. Pearl.
You know what's an underrated show is Green Acres.
Oh yeah,
and laugh your ass off. So ridiculously insane.
It's like a cartoon.
Arnold the pig and all that stuff.
Yeah. Mr. Douglas.
It's so funny.
It's funny.
My granddad's a lot like Oliver.
And Get Smart's another classic.
Yeah. Hank Kimball. My name's Hank. Hank Kimball. Well, it's not Hank.
Speaking of Get Smart, did you see that History of the World Part 2 is coming out as a series?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mel Brooks.
The Mel Brooks movie?
Yeah, it's Part 2.
40 years later.
Yeah.
And those Mel Brooks movies were...
He's in it for a little bit, I think.
Just fantastic.
They're hilarious, but...
You couldn't get away with that stuff now, but...
You can't do Blazing Saddles anymore.
Or but it was so freaking funny.
The way it was. High Anxiety, those kind of things, you know? They're all great.
He was classic. Yeah.
Young Frankenstein's my favorite of his.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
High Anxiety is pretty funny, though.
It is funny.
Andy Griffith jumped the shark as soon as he got it in color. Yeah, I think you're
probably
right.
accurate. Yeah.
I disagree.
Perfect endings. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Yeah, I haven't seen the end of Better Call Saul. I can't get season 6 up here.
Breaking Bad's the best show I've ever seen. Best drama show, period.
Yeah, Sopranos.
I like it better. I like Breaking Bad better.
Yeah, Sopranos.
We're both 1-2, though.
I love Andy Griffith. Yeah, it was great.
And Sam and I were talking the other night. Ozark's up there, too. It's pretty high.
Ozark was good, yeah, except it kind of got a little weird at the end. He got too powerful. It got a little unbelievable once he was running the cartel and everything.
Overall, it was pretty friggin' strong.
It was a really good show. Love Green Acres, especially when they play with the title cards. Yeah. Happy birthday, Rich.
Thank you.
Another Rich.
Thank you very much.
I laughed way too hard at Blazing Saddles. Oh, yeah. It was just so funny. Slim Pickens.
Oh.
Slim Pickens. Harvey Korman's hilarious, too.
Yeah.
I love Harvey Korman on Carol Burnett. Him and Tim Conway. My grandparents saw them on that tour.
Did they?
Later on, and they did like the whole dentist bit, with like the numbing needle and the leg.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Well, they did. They toured the live show like a nightclub show or something.
Harvey Korman and Tim Conway toured. Yeah, a stand up.
They were great on that show. So was Vicki Lawrence. I don't like Lionel Wagner. He was a stiff, but the rest of them.
He was the good looking straight guy.
Yeah,
I like the Munsters.
Love them.
Nah.
Yeah.
Can't do the Munsters.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I prefer the
Adams Family.
I like them both.
It's hard to believe that Gomez is still alive from the Adams Family.
John Adams, yeah.
I know. He outlived Wednesday. Pugsley's gone, right? Pugsley's no longer with us.
Wednesday just passed.
Wednesday.
Lurch.
Lurch.
Yeah.
Don't they have a show on Netflix? Called Wednesday or something?
Yeah.
I watched one episode. I should go back and revisit.
People say it's really good, and they've already called up a season 2.
John's got to stump us.
Go ahead, hit us.
Hit us with it. I always loved Andy Griffith when he jammed with the Darlin family. Yeah, the Dillons. Yeah, the best parts. Have you seen the Carol Burnett sketch where Tim Conway is a Nazi interrogator?
My favorite Tim Conway thing is when he did The Oldest Man. When he said, "I'm coming," he would shuffle across the floor. And he had that long gray wig.
When he did Dorf on golf, that had nothing to do with that was pretty funny for a while.
Dorf on golf.
Oh, I should know this.
Wow.
I'm shocked. I do know. I've read so many books on Frank Zappa. You have no idea. And
I'm going to guess Frank. I'm going to guess his middle name is Frank, that he goes by his middle name.
I can't think of it. That's terrible.
Let me look it up quickly. What's Frank Zappa's
Is it a trick
middle
question?
name?
Just like what McCartney's middle name is?
Yeah.
Vincent.
Vincent.
Frankie V.
What is your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
Oh, good night.
Oh, Kashmir.
Wow. Are we talking favorite or best?
Favorite.
Favorite.
The best is Stairway, but the favorite, I like Over the Hills and Far Away.
Oh, great song.
I love Ramble On probably, but that whole sequence of that going into Livin' Lovin' Made is just perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Livin', Lovin', she's just Led Zeppelin 2 is
Led Zeppelin 2 is my second favorite album. I think it's underrated. Most people prefer the first one. I like the second one.
You mean it's your second favorite album of all time?
No, second favorite Zeppelin album. I go 4, 2, Houses of the Holy 3.
wow.
Yeah, and then the first one, and then Physical Graffiti.
I think
Physical Graffiti's my number one.
Mine is mine's 1, 2, 4. I think it's 1, 2, 4 for me.
One is second.
I love 2.
I think like number 1 is just a perfect debut. I mean, it's like we were talking about like how shows it takes into that third season. Albums, you could say the same thing. Like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Dan the Torpedoes is when they really became, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
But Zeppelin was Zeppelin from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, they started fading like with like Presents and things like that.
Born to Run, also a great third album by
Babe,
Bruce.
I'm Gonna Leave You is a great song.
For Dylan, Times Are Changing, his most politically charged.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
Stairway, but I have so many great songs. You're not going to like this, but my favorite
I'm
song is
fine with
Dire
that.
Maker. I got no problem with that.
I'm not. Yeah, that's
I
great.
don't know
like
if
it. I
I
like
don't know if there's a Zeppelin song I don't like.
As long as it's not no, like the Lemon song is number 1.
You don't have to go.
That's yours.
It's funny how many of those guys from Green Acres ended up doing like voice roles, like in old Disney movies. Like
really?
Mr. Haney, yeah, he did a ton, like in Robin Hood.
Mr. Haney.
Like
Oh, that's another one of my favorites, Battle of Evermore.
Yeah.
What a beautiful song.
we did that in our series. Was up on 4.
Yeah.
Gary, right?
It was Gary.
Yeah.
Hot Dog. I like that song. I think it's fun.
Moby Dick is their masterpiece.
It's pronounced
Jamaica.
Jermaker is
Jermaker.
because of the reggae.
Jamaica. Do you know what it means?
It's supposed to be like Jamaica. It's like they're playing with the word
Right.
Jamaica. Like,
Oh, really? I didn't even think about that. I never knew.
because it's reggae. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like how the Brits would say, Jamaica, Jamaica.
Jamaica with an R at the end.
Yeah. It's clever.
Yeah, Battle of Evermore would be one of my favorites. Love
Yeah.
that song. Now you got me wanting to play some Zeppelin.
I know. Crank that up, man.
I have Coda sitting over here. I still have it in the shrink. I haven't listened to it yet.
Wow.
It's the only Zeppelin album I haven't heard. all the way.
Jamaica.
Yep.
That's it.
Wow. Very cool.
Did you like the Plant and a Page album? I never listened to it.
I liked the live one they did. That was the first one they did. The release was live stuff, right? I really like that one. The other one's called Clarksville or wait,
Well, didn't they do an album called No Quarter?
No Quarter. That's the live one.
Yeah.
Mostly live stuff on there, I think.
The live Zeppelin stuff that they did was really good.
Yeah, and I love that whole world beat kind of sound they used on a lot of those songs. I think it's a great album, but I didn't like. They did a studio one called "Waiting for." Where was the Crossroads where Robert Johnson with Clark's?
It was Mississippi.
Yeah, but it's called Clark's.
Was it
Clarksdale or
Clarksdale. So
Clarksdale.
Waiting for Clarksdale. That was. I think that's the name of the Page Plant album.
It's kind of a shame that Page doesn't do more, like kind of like Jeff Beck did. You know,
Yeah.
he
I
can
don't
just
think
do his
he
own
can.
thing.
I really think he just is lost. Like he just doesn't play.
With I know Jeff is doing his classic album series, and he did the one about Grace by Jeff Buckley. And there was that interview with Jimmy Page saying that him and Jeff had talked about doing something together. Like that would have been something.
Jeff's done a tremendous job. I have to go back and check the British Invasion series. I've been putting it off.
It's very good.
And I know what he did with the earlier stuff, and it's first rate.
10 Cent.
Led Zeppelin
2, my favorite, maybe because it's the first Zeppelin I bought, and maybe just because it rocks. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
It rocks. Yeah, it rocks.
And it's amazing how quickly it came out after the first. I mean,
oh yeah,
back when that could happen.
Yep.
WGFA is great, but not the greatest. Sorry, that could be Toccata and Fugue by J.S. Bach. What's that?
WGFA.
You got me.
Got me too.
WGFA.
Top 3 Zeppelin songs. Lemon Song. Wow, the grunge. And hats off to Roy Harper. I met Roy Harper once too. Not a real friendly guy. Have you gotten into the Police? Yeah, I've been getting into the Police big time, but I'm still missing the first album and Synchronicity, which I've heard before. I just don't have it. But I've been buying them up as I see them. I'm trying to buy them all in vinyl.
They're all good albums, all 5 of them.
All of them.
Yep.
Walking to Clarksdale.
Walking. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that album.
Gary's a big Zepp guy.
Won't Get Fooled Again. Me neither. What is your favorite song by The Who? Well, it sounds like it's Won't Get Fooled Again. Well, but he answered the question before he asked it. That's kind of weird.
Brian, Doc, and I did a Who. It's going to be up Monday. Mine's Bob O'Reilly still to this day.
Favorite Who song? That's hard. Oh no, it's not. I Can See for Miles.
Good one. That made my list.
I've always liked Substitute and The Kids Are All Right for the early stuff.
I like both of them. Yeah.
Stump us. What is Jerry Garcia's real name? Full name? You're asking about all my heroes, and I don't know. I'm too old to remember all this shit. I don't know. I can't remember.
I have no idea.
It doesn't count if we get it wrong on this show, Glenn, because it's not our Tuesday night stream.
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're catching me at a bad moment. I can't figure it out. I'm hungry.
Go with the stats.
I'm hungry. Can't say what my favorite is because I'm ranking them on Sunday. Oh, The Who.
I had Bob O'Reilly.
Won't Get Fooled Again. WGFA is the best Who song. Won't Get Fooled Again.
I had Bob O'Reilly 1 and Won't Get Fooled Again 2 at the bookends of that Who's Next album.
Rob, if you want to come up for a minute, we're not going to be here for another 10 or 15 minutes, I think, and then it's time to go. But I can flip a link on there if you're.
Thank you, Rob.
You want to come up and say hello?
Yeah, I'll be getting off about 6:30 because I'll have to eat and head to the game.
There it is.
We don't.
Amazing. Yeah, anything off of Tommy is.
But it's hard to break those songs up, though.
It is. That's why I think like there's a lot of stuff off of Quadrophenia I really love, like Rain or Me and all of that.
Yeah, that's number 3, I think, on my list.
Incredible stuff, but it's
The Real
link
Me
has been posted there, Mr. Rob.
I've always loved The Seeker. That's always been up there for me too.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, Rob.
Birthday, Rich.
Two Blue Jay hats. These Stump Us questions are warm-ups for Tuesday.
Yeah. You got to get limber.
Who's Next is their best album. I think Quadrophenia is their best album, but Who's Next is freaking awesome.
Who's Next for me?
Jerome John Garcia.
That's right, Jerome.
I just know him as Jerry. Captain Trips. That's all we need to know. Go to the Mirror Boy. Yeah.
Wow.
Anything off of Tommy's good. They all fit together, though. It's kind of Pinball Wizard's about the only song you can kind of take out of that context.
That was the only one that made my list from Tommy was Pinball Wizard.
Because even like See Me, Feel Me is like a break off from we're not going to take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Pinball Wizard's too huge.
Very empty, shaky hand. Yeah.
Mary Ann. That's a great song, though. Although I love A Quick One is great too. You know, there's
John's not going to leave us alone. Don't
John
ask us
Paul.
any more middle names. I don't want to know.
John's eating his spinach today. He's getting his brain working.
Now that we got Rob here, he'll know the answers.
No, I doubt it.
John, what's my middle name?
Music.
This afternoon or just regularly? Like right now, I've got a middle name for you, but I don't want to say it out loud.
It's for off air. Yeah.
I don't want to insult you. But I'm going to say John Paul. John
That's
Paul.
a good one. John
Patrick.
Paul.
Patrick?
Yeah. It's Irish. John Patrick.
John's middle name is Zappa. Could be.
That'd be a cool thing.
It
That'd be
would
cool for a pet. Like if you had a dog named
That'd be
Zappa.
cool. Yeah, I never thought of naming my dog Zappa.
I'm
That'd
going
be
to
cool.
say Wesley. John Wesley, whatever his last name is.
I named my dog after Peyton Manning.
Omaha.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Peyton
wow.
Manning has a really good show on the History Channel right now. It's called the Greatest of All Time. And every week they do the top 10. They have a panel of 100 experts who vote on the top. Like last week, it was on candy, the top 10 candies. of
Oh,
all
wow. That's up my
cool.
alley.
And
I like
the week
that.
before it was about cars, the best car, and the week before it was stadiums. It's
Well,
kinda
while we're
cool.
at it, Glenn, what is your favorite candy bar?
My favorite candy bar is we went over this. I don't know if we have the same ones up here as you got, but I really
We
like
were talking about that on
Mars,
Tuesday because
and
our
I like
bars are
Mars
different.
bars.
Say that again.
I'm kind of gonna say Mars bar because
Yeah.
I think North American.
We have Mars bars down here.
Yeah, and that's why I said that would be my favorite.
Rob, what's your favorite?
Arrow.
Yeah, I love Aero bars, but I don't
Those
think they
ones-
have Aero bars down
Are
there.
they the ones
I
that
don't
are
think
kind
so.
of like porous in the inside?
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
like bubbles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
I've
you,
never-
Sam?
Glenn sent me some of those. A Hershey's cookies and cream bar.
Wow. New age.
Follow
You know,
closely
you
by
know what
Twix.
the number one was on that show? The
No.
best the number one candy, which
Reese's
included chocolate
peanut
bars,
butter cup.
was Reese's chocolate butter cups.
Ah,
Number
I would,
one.
I would,
in the
I would
world.
not be. I mean, I would be okay with that.
yeah, I'm good with that too.
Oh,
I've got peanut M&Ms that I need. You can't do nuts, Glenn, or your family can't.
And we can't do them here either.
no, yeah, Rob's got the same issue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
right.
have, my son does.
Rob and Glenn, whenever my Canadian colleague comes to town for meetings, she brings me the maple cream cookies.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, good Lord.
sounds
Those things get my motor running. That's hilarious.
That sounds wonderful.
Favorite candy bar they don't make anymore?
Oh,
I don't know.
that's a tough call there.
What candy bars don't they make anymore?
I don't know.
There's probably,
I don't do candy really.
well, you can't really.
Number
because-
two, I'm a like that's the one thing I had to give up when I tried to lose weight was jujubes. I could go to a bulk store and fill up a bag of jujubes the size of your house and just sit there and eat them all frickin' day.
You and me both.
Love
I'm the
it.
same way.
I became
Anything sweet.
during last year. I really got into Swedish fish. Those things are real good.
Oh, they are good. Yeah.
Addicting. You can pound them.
Gummy bears.
Yeah, you gotta get.
sour gum worms and all of it.
I love Skittles and I love Starburst jelly beans. Those things are
Yeah.
killer.
Oh, geez. Why don't
Nice.
you guys do a record store video like Mr. Mayo, a Canadian version? I'm always apprehensive about taking a
Me too.
camera into a record store and asking them, but I'm kind of shy. I just feel weird. And I've got a good friend who owns a record store. He probably wouldn't mind if I did it, but
I watched
I'm
JT today. JT's record room. He did one, and we was in a coffee shop that has records, and he seemed comfortable doing it.
yeah, I
I
might.
just
might
feel
ask
like I
somebody
feel
about
like
it.
an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't picture myself going up to the owner and going, "Excuse me, I have a YouTube channel. Can I film a video?" And I'm thinking they're gonna go, "Who gives a shit if you have a YouTube channel?
yeah,
You sound like an idiot." So I just can't do it. I get self-conscious.
yeah. And your store's in Guelph, Ontario, and I guarantee you, a guy in Roanoke, Virginia, is going to watch it.
You know what? I bet we only have one record store here, and I bet if I asked the girl that owned it, she would probably be totally cool about it. But it's such a small store that it doesn't matter. But if I went to a real record store, I feel like an idiot.
And you always have to worry about like if you get somebody on camera and then they jump on you, like especially if it's like a kid or anything like that.
John, thanks for coming out and making us feel stupid with all the Stump Us questions.
Glad I missed it.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Eagles next year, Rich?
I feel apprehensive because they're going to lose a lot of guys to free agency.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the band there for a minute.
Yeah, me too.
You just lose them to old age.
Yeah.
Or Don Henley being an asshole.
Well, that was the question that was asked on one of the sports shows last week. What are the better chances that the Eagles are going to miss the playoffs or make the Super Bowl?
I think they have it. They're not going to make the Super Bowl, but they might miss the playoffs depending on how many guys they lose.
So there's a better chance of them missing the playoffs altogether than there is of them winning a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
That window of opportunity, when it's there, you better grab it because they're going to be there long.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with I think that's what's going to happen with Mahomes. I don't see him keeping it up as long as
he already cashed in too, so he's ahead of the game.
Wow, I mean, he's a proven winner, man. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't like that Kelsey's already referring to him as like the greatest of all time.
No, that's overstating.
I think what happened in the Super Bowl is Andy Reid took the kind of rookie Philly coach.
He took him to school.
Yeah.
That was the difference in the game, that second half.
Yeah. Yeah, he went in the dressing room and went, just do this, this, and this, and we'll kick these guys' ass in the second half.
I mean, he hasn't been with Philly in a while, but I mean, he's still got that Philly know-how.
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
It's hard to believe he's been in Kansas City 10 years already. It seems like he just left.
Really, 10 years?
He was 14 in Philly and 10.
I only think of him as Philly, though, is what's crazy.
So he's been a coach for 24 years. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah.
He had some rough times, though. I mean, he devoted his life to coaching, and kind of his kids got screwed up. And
the kids ran wild when he lived here. They charged with gun offenses and drugs. One kid killed himself. The other one just hit and run with a young girl out in Kansas City. He's going to jail for that. Just all kinds of nonsense in that family. Yeah. And that's for Andy being a workaholic and not paying attention to what's going on in his own home. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's too bad. Music stores don't care if you video because it's free advertising. No, I'm pretty sure they're all cool to it. It's just whether you have the
I don't know. I'm
a bit uncomfortable doing it.
Some are funny about pricing, though. Like it's not. It's kind of like because I work in retail. It's kind of like if somebody comes in and is like checking your prices and going. It's I don't know. It's something.
Yeah, I don't think you'd concentrate on that much of it. I think it'd be more inventory you'd be looking at, and the whole look of the store.
And a lot of times stores like let's say somebody like Joe, because I know Joe's had this issue where he's films in his record store early on. His record store wasn't doing, they weren't shipping anything, like they couldn't afford it. And people were like, I want that record. How much for it? And the guy was like, I can't do it. He's like, I can't. Yeah. He's like, I'll lose money in the long run. So that's another thing that you got to think about.
He's the only coach to have 100 wins on 2 different teams. Interesting.
Pretty strong.
That's good trivia. Stump us. Who's the only coach to have 100 wins in 2 different teams?
Answer. Andy Reid.
I'd almost say it's less about the store owner, but more about the other customers.
It's about getting other people in your video.
Yeah. That's what I think too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
it's a whole different dynamic. I'd like to do it, and I think it would go over well as a video, but I'm just a bit uncomfortable with it.
See, for me, when I first started watching music YouTube videos, like I watched Matthew Street and Joe Mayo, and they were doing that. I was interested in that early on, but now I find that I'm not interested in record flips anymore. I'm more interested in actual content.
Yeah, I'm just interested in shorts. I love watching these shorts that are totally meaningless. It's so interesting. If I went into a store all by myself, it's fine. Feels weird if there's families and people in there, because if they're uncomfortable, it's a store problem. Yeah, I don't know. I do enjoy watching them though when people do record them and just see different record stores.
Yeah.
I just want to respond to what Jason said about 100 coaches with 2 different teams, or 100 wins rather. Dan Reeves is another one. He had 184 with Denver and a 109 with Atlanta.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
Andy.
interesting. I
He's
would have
not in the
never
Hall of
thought
Fame.
Atlanta won 100 games ever in their whole existence.
It's got a good winning percentage, man. 101 and 49. Is that right? Oh, I'm looking at it wrong. Forgive me.
What I'm hearing is record store shorts. Yeah, let's do record store
No,
shorts.
that's 109 games. So
Hey,
Andy Reid has the record.
you should call your record store shorts 45s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, guys, I got to think about running. It's time to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out of here too. Thank you very much, Glenn, for doing this. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's fun, man. Thanks.
Rob.
Happy birthday, buddy. We love you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
And Rob, and Sam and I, we have to send some emails back and forth to see what our topic is going to
Yeah, I
be.
was
This
gonna say we
Tuesday.
don't have a theme.
Think of
Yeah.
a theme. Throw some ideas out there.
All right.
All right,
Okay,
guys.
we'll talk
All
to
right,
you
take
guys later.
care.
Happy
Take care.
birthday, Rich.
See
See ya.
y'all.
Thank
Thanks
you very
everybody
much.
for watching.